Strahd, everyone. Last time in the Curse of Strahd, the party has been exploring the Ember Temple and have been uncovering some secrets. This temple is infused with madness, radiating off its walls and floors. The darkness it contains has been breached and it now fills the very air, suffusing it at the moment. You guys managed to find what seems to be a secret passage of some sort. After overcoming what seemed to be a trap involving a statue, uh, dozens and dozens of skulls rained out of the secret passage, some of which seem to be in active flame skulls, judging by the rubies in their eyes. Our very own Vasilla was able to pry open the box that was set in the ceiling, and when she did, it sucked her right in. So, the way we'll do this, I think we'll start with Vasilla, and then we'll go.
That's right. God, ugh, I forgot about this. All right, hold on. Where's my beer? No. Oh, beer. I have chocolate fucking milk because I'm an
uh,
infant. Let me drink this.
Beer sounds good about right about now, but I drank the last of mine.
Hmm. Yeah. Let's do this.
Oakley dokily. Okay. Vasilla, the first thing you see is, well, nothing. You find when you're, it feels like your brain and body like were kind of disconnected there for a moment, as you're still getting adjusted to your new, well, old form. After a moment, catching your breath, everything seems to calm down. You realize that you are on your back on a soft, somewhat mildewy surface, smelling surface. The room you're in is pitch black, and you realize, with a start, your arms and legs are incapable of moving. They have been secured by what feels like iron chains or something similar. What would you like to do?
Marcel's going to like tug on the chains and kind of test this and just reactively try to like see how tight these chains are, if it's like just weird bindings, if she can even move in the first place.
You can feel like you can't even draw your legs or your arms together. You can feel that there's maybe like the chains are like maybe two, like maybe three links each, but they feel thick and heavy, as if purposefully made to hold onto people of strength. In fact, as you do, and you like try to summon like as much of your strength as possible, there's a bit of a bluish spark just for a moment. They feel magical in nature. As you struggle, two yellow dots are suddenly visible in the darkness.
Uh-oh.
Eyes observing you. They
Just
move
get
around the room without there's no noise whatsoever, as if whoever owns them has no need of to step where they are walking.
She's gonna look. It's like, hey, So, hey, can we like talk about this? Or if you're just gonna be a prick, then you know what? Put a fucking sock in it, whatever.
You hear the sound. Yeah, I guess that rhymed.
Yeah, I'm doing like looser. Look, I've been listening to Eminem all day. Like I'm fresh. I'm got this shit.
You hear the sound of metal on metal, like a dagger or knife being withdrawn and scraped. The allies approach, and you can feel, now that they're close, you feel an incredible queasiness. The Something is wrong inside your soul. You feel it. This creature is radiating such intense necrotic energies that it's all you can do not to fill your mouth with bile. Yes, you want to be free, don't you? Like the others. My other students filling the halls. I'll free you. Don't you worry. And you feel the cold blade pressing. But no, it doesn't. In fact, you realize you hear something shaking with the key with the lock, and your chains fall loose. There, now you are free. The yellow eyes remain by your side. Priscilla, you are indeed free. Although the sensation that something is incredibly wrong, every animal instinct in your body is yelling, "This is wrong. This is death. We're going to die. Do something."
All right. Are you just some weird demon who got put set up on the shelf, or is this some inner monologue where you see your thing for a moment, where it's I'm talking to some twisted reflection of myself?
What? My dear girl, what are you talking about? Did you know?
Look, I've been forced to curse myself to rhyme, and look, it's something that'll break in like 24 hours time.
I will say, Vasil technically doesn't know that,
Oh,
um, but
it's-
I'll say let's pretend she said I hope
hopefully it'll
so, and
break after some
um,
time. Yeah.
yeah. Ah, well, speak with. Have you spoken with with Nurse Mildred about this? You young acolytes always getting yourselves into mischief with your experiments.
Can I like try to light a torch, or is that something I shouldn't really try to encroach?
It's perfectly lit, my dear girl. If But you are a mage. Mages have no need of torches. Simply cast a light spell.
Ah, see, that's the problem with the situation I've made. I've
Perhaps you're running a
kind
fever. You feel, as you speak, you feel a, a, a dried, skinny, bony hands touching your forehead. Vasila, give me a constitution saving throw.
of this is this is the demon at the bottom of the septic tank. Help, Lord help me.
And we're starting the session off extremely strong, I see. All right, Vasila.
It's chocolate milk.
So you managed to choke down the bile that was going to shoot up your throat, However, an intense headache and an unpleasant soft feeling from the flesh of your forehead. You take half of this in necrotic damage.
What the fuck?
Damn.
You don't
There goes
seem
my last singular temp HP, and that goes straight into damage.
Oh, you don't seem to be running a fever. But no, you feel terribly hot against my skin. I forget about this light spell. Let me do it for you. And a mote of purple light materializes in the.
I don't like how big this space is, first of all.
Where's my light?
Alright, I promise I won't scream no matter what happens. Also, I have like 20, I'm 25% sure I know where we are, Daniel.
Right. Vasilla, like,
Oh.
your retinas burn for a moment as the room you're in fills with light. First and foremost, you can see the identity of your captor. A tall humanoid with a skeletal face. Partially, the rot very much preserved. The facial features very much preserved by the cold of this place. But even still, so much time has passed that the rot has passed into him.
He like fumbles.
A lich is floating in front of you. You can roll me a religion check.
I fucking knew it! Do I roll advantage at all because of Monster Hunter shit or no?
I believe so. I don't remember how your monster.
Let's do it. I'll take it for now. Yeah!
19. Right. This is Lich. You immediately know it. Liches are one of, like, in fact, perhaps the most dangerous type of undead. To become a Lich, one would have been a wizard of not considerable, but incredible power. Wizards that become Liches tend to be ones are incredibly rare and tend to be ones who have conquered death in their studies, which means that they are now a serious problem for the gods, for the divine. They are foul creatures whose very being is anathema to life, which explains why it hurt when it touched you. Why it feels so wrong to be around it.
She's just like laying back, like, she can't speak.
My goodness, this is bad. It hovers closely as you kind of like start to scramble backwards. What is your name, my dear child?
You see her like start to do mental math of like, this isn't really Faye. So this is in her head of like, this isn't Faye, so it probably won't take it. It's undead. He could use it. Weird weird thing. He's in hostile. He's like, but she's like, but. If we're going to trade names, then to exchange both between the two of us. I can tell you my name is Vasilla.
I'm not gonna give it to you. That's not good enough.
What? That's perfect!
To exchange names between the two of us, I can tell you my name is Vasilla. Come.
Two of us. It's a forced rhyme. It's very common. Forced rhymes are 90% of entertainment
Give
media.
me a performance check.
Fine. You know what? Watch this shit. Nat fucking 20.
DC 12. Let's see it. You are under the effect of Bane.
Fuck you!
Yeah, Vasilla, well, that's a natural one. Well, Vasilla, for the next hour, you are under the effect of Bane.
It's an hour, so it doesn't even matter.
Until the next time you successfully die. it tilts its head quizzically, and this is like, why don't you give me a history check?
Don't tell me I know this son of a bitch. I
Nope.
good. I don't.
No, you are too terrified right now.
Uh,
And right, come with me. We shall take you to the nurse immediately. I don't know why your teacher sent you here when you're clearly ill. It goes to like pick you by the hand, Vasilla. What do you do?
Can I like reinforce the hand with like my cape or something to like as a buffer? Like
You can
just
brace yourself, like you know it will. If he touches you, it will hurt. Even through a thick glove, it will hurt.
she's
The
like,
fact
no, no, I could stand up just fine. Just give me some time. And she like fucking stands up like ah.
Well, please come with me.
Oh.
You look around yourself and you can see everything here. Now that you actually have like a moment that his attention isn't directly on you, you can see that you're standing in what must have once been um, a very. First of all, immediately you realize a wizard's office, or wizard's quarters. Um, you can see that there's like ornate furniture and exquisite dragon tapestries, like like statues and figurines of all kinds. And in fact, the beauty of it is incredible. And you can see that like certain things are like covered in dust. And you look at the bed that you were on, and you realize that there is also like
Oh
a set of
Lord, I was on a
surgical
bed.
tools. There's a
Oh,
set of
oh,
surgical tools on it, and that it's stained very deeply with blood.
oh, help me.
There's what especially stands out is a circular saw like this, and you've seen one of those things before, Vasilla. Um, One time when you and your group were adventuring, one of them had an infected wound in his leg, and that is a bone saw. It is used to saw through bones, removing limbs. You look up and you look up, like something gets you to look up, and you see the ceiling is covered with a forest of arms and legs hanging, like not hanging from hooks or anything, floating there. Like some kind of macabre museum. All right, so as we do that, we go back to the party.
What the fuck? This is bullshit. I want a refund. You're getting half.
Well, Right, the last thing you guys saw is Vasilla like getting sucked into that box. And to get to it, you guys will need to pass through these seemingly dormant scourge. To remind you, you guys in the room are pretty much got soaked in the in what seems to be naphtha.
All right. From what I remember last time, basically I lifted him up. He went to the ceiling. He pulled it down off the ceiling, and then he opened it. He got sucked in. It broke my telekinesis control.
On him, but the spell is still going.
Right. So does the chest just fall then?
The chest just falls, and you guys all feel like you're like the hairs stand, and like you guys like all get like goosebumps as you see a couple of the skulls kind of get knocked around a bit by like the extra as more skulls kind of fall out of the chamber.
Well, before, if I can, before it hits the actual pile, I'll switch from one target to the other and grab the chest with my telekinesis.
Is that an action? I'd say you can do that. Yes, you're like as you catch it. Before that happens, and instead of any red lights happening and guys are being burned alive, that doesn't happen. The chest is now floating there, menacingly.
All right, I'll pull it
Hungry for more adventures.
out of that room then.
It floats to you.
I'll set it
You-
down in the corner.
Floats. Barnabas looks at it like, oh. He doesn't like it. Kind of growls the box.
Hey, everybody, step away from the skulls. Let's not take any chances. And I'm going to go and eyeball this trunk.
I'm not sure where Vasilla went, but I felt her being ripped from my grasp. In the trunk, perhaps? I call out for Vasilla. Vasilla! Wherefore art thou?
As you call, you hear a chick as the wall beside you moves and slides open.
That's not what I was expecting.
The fuck?
I thought that was the password.
Torches, light in sconces set on the wall, and ethereal music, pleasant, slightly teeny, echoes from somewhere. You guys can see a beautiful dining table covered with a magnificent feast that fills the hall with like this. Oh, it smells rich with cooked meats, with vegetables, piping hot gravy, and oh my goodness, wine.
Oh,
The
start.
smell is incredibly captivating, and your stomach's all growl. You've been here and on the road for a long time, eating nothing but meager rations to keep you by. I'm gonna like a wisdom saving throw as the food draws at you. From Honorim, Varys, Fisk, Duncan, and Amjin.
You know what? Maybe I'm good that it's good that I'm the one in the box. Vissila's fat ass could not resist. That would be I would be rolling up a new character right now.
Ooh.
Wow.
Hey! Ooh.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Wow. Wow. Are you guys kidding me? The DC was 10!
Is it too late to use one of those D4s you gave me?
Oh, wait a second. Hold on a second. Hold on a
What?
second.
What's up?
Hold on a second.
What's up? I'm holding.
I have something.
What is it?
DM, can I use one of those D4s you gave me and just get it up to a 10?
You still have them?
I have 2 left.
Yeah. You.
All right, I'll use
spend
one of those D4s.
You spend
Yeah, I'm just gonna use
and
one.
you're like, "Ugh."
God, I'm so hungry. Oh, that smells so good.
Oh man.
It's not in my
Oh.
character sheet anymore.
I'll dash in.
Oh no, here we go.
Oh, like is that? Oh my god, Anam, is that maple syrup covered?
I'm gonna use my I'm gonna use Indomitable and re-roll my saving throw.
All right. Alright, so it looks like Duncan has now passed. Varys, you use Indomitable and you now pass. I believe that just leaves Tom.
Yeah, I'm assuming that this is irresistible.
It is basically irresistible now that you failed, and Tom,
Yeah.
like you follow
Yeah.
on him
Yep, I'm just marching on in. I'm like,
into the hall.
oh hell yes.
Oh. I'm gonna call after them. Don't eat it.
They listen, and they honor
Um,
Tomagen. You guys begin like honor him definitely like you've already been eating.
Oh, this is better than the tarts. Oh, come have some. Oh my god, I'm so hungry.
I'm gonna try
Oh.
jumping on the table and just knocking this shit on the floor, knocking it out of their hands.
All right, Fisk, as you, uh, Fisk. Sorry, this is about to be very funny. Fisk, as you jump onto the table, you find yourself. I need you to please give me an investigation check, as something is definitely wrong here.
Ooh.
21. Fisk, you are about to jump into what looks to be a swirling void. Would you like to give me a dexterity saving throw? To try to kind of like out of the way. Oh, if you have something else you'd like to do. Remember that you can't use your shadow sneak at the moment because the room is well lit.
Yep.
Beautiful. Fisk is like, and you just kind of like do that one piece like air jump, like out of there, like You kind of,
I'm actually gonna try. I'm actually as I jump.
on at him, like he doesn't even notice.
Yeah, as I'm jumping, I'm gonna kick off of Honor as my save. I'm gonna push him back away from the table and get myself back.
Oh, sounds so
You
good.
see that Anarim and Talmagen are kind of like standing in that area, and Anarim like is basically rooted. Like he kind of like he kind of like gets moved aside. Doesn't really notice what he's doing. However, Fisk, as you do so, as you are now kind of sitting back, you see that several other figures materialize around the table. They are generally see-through, purple, and you can see that they are wearing the ragged remains of the acolytes' robes. However, theirs do look somewhat different, as if they of a higher class or degree of acolyte. Honor him and Talmagen, you guys can't. Like, there's roast pig and bacon strips and fries.
Oh,
and,
this pork hawk.
Oh, hell yeah.
I'm gonna.
wine, and like you're like, man, like this would not be perfect. Like some of that beer that I had like at that time I was 17. Oh my god, it's that beer. Oh, like pale ale, like everything.
I'm gonna. I'll look to Duncan. Can you break the magic?
Duncan, give me.
No, I can't. I'm sorry. Did you say something?
I said an Arcana check.
Arcana check. I'm sorry, guys. I'm having like really extreme volume up. Some people are I can barely hear, and I gotta turn up to 100. And some people I gotta turn it down to 20.
Can you hear me? Well.
Yeah, you're really quiet. Magic's really loud. Some people are really. It's probably just my computer is being
I
stupid.
adjusted
I'm
my
just
volume on my
having to
end.
play with the volume.
Because for some reason my auto volume had boosted up to like massive.
Yes. But sorry, I just want to say sorry. I'm a little slow on the social part of this. So Duncan's gonna be like, "No, I don't," and then have a weird little glimmer in his head. I think his eyes shine a little green for a second.
Yes, I like that. So Duncan, that's not. Oh, there it is. I can't check. 28. Right. Duncan,
Nat 20.
you realize that, by the nature of this place, this is very, very likely a transmutation effect or an illusion effect. However, being a bard and generally, a low bard and generally educated in famous secrets and famous stories and such like, the trap of having a table that looks full and there's and then there's a spell on it that usually has it so that it's so inviting that you simply cannot resist. However, you recognize that the spell here has gone on so long that perhaps it's become a little weak. However, you also realize that something else is going on here. You feel like this is a multi-layered trap. And while you feel confident you could probably dispel the feast itself, you're not certain what would happen if you do.
Well, the reason I said no, and I'll relate this to Fisk, I don't really know how to dispel magic, but I feel like that's what we would need here. Does anybody dispel magic?
Yes, I do.
It's
Don't
the worst
you?
time for the
One of
wizard.
one of the specters say. Oh, come off it.
Can you tell me how?
Julian. They can see that he's a newbie. Come, join us. The specter indicates for Duncan to take a seat.
Which, I'll take a seat. Could you show me how that dispel works?
Oh, perhaps after dinner, dear boy. Perhaps after dinner. Also, we're all so small. Let me make us a little bit bigger. It's a bit too big.
Are those things like sitting at the table, or are they above the table, or
They're like floating, like above chairs, as if they're sitting. They are specters. You can see.
I try to
the-
shake ignore him.
Try to shake and ignore him, but he ignores you. Duncan, however, you can give me an investigation check.
Investigation? Okay. Oh,
That's a.
I wish I
30
hadn't made that to GM. That was another
That's a 32.
32
That's
for
fine.
another nat 20.
Wow.
Duncan, you can see through the illusion of the table, and you can see like the strange black morass that's underneath it, and you can see, more concerningly, it's it's covering Honorim and Ptarmigan's like up to their torsos, almost like up past their hips. However, you also detect
And it's like a
something-
mold?
It's hard to tell. It's kind of like slimy blackness, and you realize it reminds you very much of the darkness that snatched Bassoon in the second floor, in the basement floor. But that's not all.
I'm
Duncan.
relaying this. I'm gonna relay this out loud as you're describing it.
Duncan, thanks to that investigation check, you also see something stands out to you. Hidden in plain sight is what seems to be like a green copper ewer, embossed with the images of dancing bears, elks, and wolves. However, you realize it's not illusory.
And I
What
try
is
to
it?
push it on. Go ahead, Fisk.
What is it and where is it?
It's an ewer. It's embossed with images of dancing bears and elves. I think an ewer is basically like
Can you spell that for us in Quest?
happily. It's
Please?
EWER. I was just looking for an image of it. I'll show you what it looks like. Here it is. Or I think it is a silly word. Ewer.
Okay.
where is it?
Oh. So pitcher.
It's Ewer is how you pronounce that. It really stands out to you, Duncan, because you know, being a jogger pitcher. Right, Duncan and Fisk. Now that you've noticed Duncan's eyes drawn to some point of the table, I would say you can give me another investigation check yourself to see what it is, to be able to see the euro as well.
With my Arcana check, while he's doing that, would I get the sense that this is the source of the magic, and destroying this would
Yes.
stop the spell?
You get the feeling that is the source of at least one of the spells going on here, and perhaps might be the key to freeing your friends.
You're relaying that information, I assume, to me.
I'm, I'm talking out loud as any insight I have towards this. I'm talking out loud. I'm actually holding out my sword. Should I pick it up and see if I can throw it and dash it against the wall?
I wouldn't even throw it. I would just bring your sword down on it and try to smash it. Otherwise, I'm about to shoot it.
Who's here is strong? Fisk, you're good at smashing things. You want to smash? You want me to smash it? You guys want to back up? I'm gonna smash it. Any
Smash
objections?
it.
I smash it.
Smash it. The table disappears. The black morass remains, and I need everybody to give me initiative. Honorim and Tamjin, you guys realize you've been eating essentially the powdered remains of bones and rotten flesh, and I need a Constitution saving throw from the both of you.
Yummy.
Powdered ass. Delicious.
Like eating long dead maggots. Delicious long dead maggots.
Are they like crunchy or like what's
They're a little
the-
crunchy because they'd be
Is
dry.
it
after
is
all
it
these
like
years. I'd
is
like
it
them
crunchy then soft or is it soft then crunchy?
crunchy then soft?
Okay, that's
Well,
fine.
crunchy then powdery, essentially.
So you're just like eating
Like-
breaded bread.
Kale.
Like Fisk,
Dried kale.
Fisk, Duncan,
Ah. Honestly, I
where's
hate the
Honorim's
description of
initiative?
kale more than maggots.
Ah, there it is. Right, I will say, Honorim, I need a second concept from you, because to maintain your concentration on telekinesis, please.
There's my initiative. And
Ooh, look at that, 27.
to maintain concentration.
The DC will be, I'm gonna say the DC will be 10.
A 19.
Ah, then you have passed.
Mm.
1, 2.
What's that concentration on?
His telekinesis spell. How long does telekinesis last, anyways?
10 minutes. Yep.
Alright. We have these specters, and let me see what those con saves were. Sorry, I missed those. Those an 18 and a 12. Talmagen, you are sickened. You gain the poisoned condition, and how many levels of paladins are you?
You're muted.
Paladin 4.
In that case, happily for you, you are immune to diseases.
Okay.
Hey, all right.
Prominently.
Yeah. Ooh, you are a couple of lucky boys. Okay, Honorim. Let me see. Honorim, because you were under the effects of the spell, you technically count as surprised. And do you have the alert feat?
I do.
In that case, you are able to act.
Oh no, maybe I have the observant feat. Different one.
In that case, you're not.
All right.
But this specter is going to. How dare you disturb our meal! And it's going to reach out for. Let me see. This one, because you are the closest Fisk and you are an interloper. It's going to reach out for you. You know that that's bad news bears.
Hey Dan, did when we broke the jug, did lights go out?
Yes, lights.
okay.
It's like the jug itself does not break it, but like as when it removed it from the table, it becomes like
Okay.
the illusion goes out essentially, and light like the black morass appears. Honoring guys are still restrained. So I've got that on here by the black morass. Let's It's like writhing tentacles everywhere. And yeah, we are going to get a, let me see, a life drain attack on Fisk. Fisk, are you surprised or do you have the alert feat?
Alert
Actually,
feet.
Fisk, sorry, you weren't under the illusion. My apologies. Ignore
Yep.
that question. 19?
Miss.
Oh, shoot. Sorry, I forgot I had something. Yeah. Ow.
What just happened?
I have no idea.
Something in the oven. I'm gonna take a quick bathroom break.
Right, let's get back to it. I don't believe a 19 will hit you, Fisk.
Yes.
Duncan, you're up.
I am
Duncan.
going.
Oh, sorry.
Can you hear me? I think, like I said, sorry guys, my internet's slow. I think I got like a 3-second delay. But Duncan is going to look around, pull out his Moon Touch scimitar, shrug his shoulders. I've always wanted to try this, and cast Steel Wind Strike.
Ooh.
I'm gonna move.
You are literally my lore bard. I took the same spell.
That's the
Very
best. It's the best spell.
It's so
So I'm gonna.
cool. Sorry.
So I'm going to start
Duncan,
with the guy in front of me.
one moment, Duncan. You
Yep.
know how, as you do that, one of the specters points at you, and he's going to attempt to counterspell your spell.
Okay.
I counterspell his counterspell.
Honor, you are still surprised.
No.
wait, it's your. Hold on. Do you get to act up your turn?
I don't know because my turn already passed. So
Yeah, I don't
That's your
think that
call.
reaction.
Check.
can be-
I mean, I just
Counterspell is a
heard it.
reaction, so let me just double check if the surprise condition goes off after that. Yeah. If you're surprised, you can't move or take an action in your first turn of combat, and you can't take a reaction until that turn ends. Oh, right. You actually can react.
Dude.
So I said, like, Honor, you immediately recognize that how the counter spell, and you're like, no, bitch. You dare! Oh, damn it! I forgot to roll for a very special, for the most special person in this combat. Silly old me. Should have put it
Lovely.
on that player. Ooh. Like, not too bad, not too good. 14. Okay. So Duncan, your spell goes through. Please resume.
Okay. By the way, Chris, we got a bunch of traffic coming through on your mic.
Oh.
Or wind or something. So I do. First time I've cast this spell. Give me a sec. What do I roll for a spell attack? I'm trying to find that on roll 20.
Essentially, a charisma check.
A charisma check. Okay. So the guy right in front of me. Does that hit him?
That indeed hits.
So that's going to be 6d10 for 32 damage to him. Then I teleport to this guy. Same deal. Does a 15 hit?
A 15 does not hit.
I'm going to teleport to the guy here. Does a 23 hit?
Yes, it does.
6d10 to him.
Oh my goodness.
3,
Yeah.
4, 6d10. Does a 26 hit?
hits.
6d10 to him. And then lastly, I'm going to teleport right Cha for the final one.
That's
Yes!
a natural 20.
So that's 12d10. So there's 27 and 31.
What? I believe you missed only this guy,
One.
and then you hit every single specter. Yes.
No, I did not hit the one in front of Fisk because I can only do 5 creatures.
Alright. In that case, one
And-
moment. Just
And because my moon touch scimitar is glowing, it totally looks like a 90s rave of just like as he's bouncing around the room.
Right,
And
a
then
nice-
No, I'm just RPing. And then as it ends, I'm gonna do I kill the guy in front of me?
one moment. Still calculating. Sorry.
You mean you can't do all of it at once?
I'm sorry. Usually it's one person attacking one person at a time.
I'm built different.
I believe. Wait, what did you roll the guy against him? That's a minus 38. It's a. Oh my god. And then, what was the last one? 2731. Yeah, that guy explodes. Like you slash him.
And then I'm gonna be like, I've always wanted to try that. I can't believe it worked. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. There, I'll just stop right there, and then that'll end my turn.
My goodness, look there. That was a fantastic turn, Ben. All of them. So they're not exactly bleeding, obviously, but the stuff that makes them this is dispersed, very much so, and they wail in anger. Wait. Okay. Now we
And
have.
then as a bonus action, I'm gonna shoot over to Fisk and be like, "You got it from here," and I'll inspire you.
Oh, wow. This specter is going to move over here, honor him, and it's going to attempt to life drain you with advantage. What's it do? Honor?
Yeah. Unfortunately, I used my reaction to counterspell, so yeah.
You take 9 necrotic damage, and I need to make me a con save versus the effect, and then a con save for your spell. Concentration. Or your hit points. That's for the spell. You fail. Your hit points maximum is reduced by 9. And now let's see if you can maintain telekinesis. You maintain telekinesis. Right, that's him. That guy's dead. More dead. This guy is going to also yum yum yum. And you see that where the one that feeds off of honor him like gains some of its vitality back. This guy is going to yum 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 on a good friend again. 19 honor him. I think that still hits you again. So once again, your con save, please. Unfortunately, your max HP is just by a further 10. And I need another con save for you. There you go. Telekinesis. I'm assuming you didn't mean to roll that 6. Right? Because that's a 9 and 14. So you maintain your telekinesis. However, your max HP is reduced by a further 10. Alright, Tamcha, you are up. Boy, honor him doesn't look so good. Well, he looks fine, but like it does, yeah, he doesn't like the. He's being left, and you can see like the black vein standing blackly on his face.
Right,
He's
but I'm
looking
still
much more pale
surprised.
than usual.
So yeah, I'm surprised though, right?
I thought you had the alert feat. Never mind.
No, I'm not alert. I'm just like totally freaked out. These things happened. This table showed up, and then some bard was flash dancing through the room. Yeah.
Oh, that. It's true. Let's see. Okay, these tentacles are writhing, and they're going to attempt to draw, like to whip people and draw them in. Let's see. One flies out at you, Varys. She has taken a bit of a while to open, so I'm just going to say it's a D20 plus 8 to hit. Ooh, that's a natural 20, Varys. Varys, you take 2d8 plus 4 points of bludgeoning damage, and then you take an additional 2d10 points of necrotic damage. Actually, sorry, that's crit, so that's double. So that's an additional 2d8 and additional 2d10. In total, Varys, you take 10, 22, 28, 38. Plus 4, Varys, you take 42 points of damage.
Ow.
Alright, the next, let's see. Duncan. D20 plus 8 versus you, that's a 27. Do you have anything that contests this? What's your AC?
Not that, so it hits.
Like, that's hits, and that's a 2d8 and 2d10. Oh, Varys, could you please give me a wisdom saving throw? Like 15, that's a pass. And Duncan, could you give me a wisdom saving throw, please? Duncan, you are now under the effect of confusion.
And how much damage did I take?
You took 5 plus 13. You took 18.
18? Okay. I'm still trying to learn to use Roll20, so let me find my calculator.
Yeah, no worries. And last but not least, D20 plus 8 on Fisk. That's a 24. I believe that will hit Fisk. That's a 2d8 bludgeoning and 2d10 necrotic.
Shield.
What's that one?
Shield.
Shield. Okay. No problem. That's its turn.
Ooh.
And this specter is going to.
Fate point on the confusion.
What's that, sorry?
Can I use a fate point for the confusion? I forgot I have those.
Yes. If you wish to pass the confusion automatically, yes.
Okay, I'm gonna use one of my. I have one left. I'm gonna use a fate point because confusion is a horrible spell. And you're a mean man, DM.
Right. Let's see. What was I? It's the Spectre. You are still a strained Ptarmigan, so it's going to do the stack advantage. That's a 12. Not impressive. Fisk, you're up.
Okay.
Also, Fisk, which square are you in? Because you're kind of like in between squares there. Top
I'd say
bottom.
yeah, I'd say I'm here.
No problem. Alright, Fisk. Go ahead.
Okay. Bonus action. My fists and feet start to glow. Green, gold, and I'm gonna go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
Real quick, did you take the I forget what it's called, Step of the Wind?
I did not.
Alright, that means that you're going to get some AOs.
Just the one, right? From this guy, because I'm still here.
15 and 15 will hit you. Mr. Tentacle Man, I will also attempt to. That's a D20 plus 8, that's a 19. That doesn't hit you either. Okay, go ahead.
So, dodging and weaving between these, I'm going to take 4 attacks on this lovely gentleman right here. If I can find it. An advantage. There we go. Wow. 1, 2, 3, 4. And in addition to that, let's see. There's that.
21. That's a 14 plus 7 plus 9. Yeah, this
And that
one,
last 14 is radiant.
I will say that by your third attack, this one is also dead. If you want to, if you have enough movement to use it somewhere else, the last one.
Then I'll just move it and use it on that one, which I would
All right.
also have advantage on because of honor him.
No problem. Okay. Yeah, they do not like the radiant damage. You can see that it's like interfering with something in them, and it's definitely interfering like with their capabilities. There. Okay. Anything else, Fisk?
That's my turn.
There's here and on there. It's technically over here. Spectre. Okay, it's going to. What's the spell? Let's see, on you, Fisk. The source of radiant, source of light, source of pain. Fisk, please give me a wisdom saving throw. I'd say green energy suffuses you. Will pass. Let me just double check that. Yeah, you feel yourself becoming like a wave of pain of beginning to like ride into you, but then by sheer force of will, it stops, and you take half of this in terms of poison damage. So you take, I believe, 10 points of damage?
Yep. So that goes away, and then that.
Stern Varys, you're up. Varys?
Sorry, I was on mute. Okay, I'm going to take out my. I really want to do this. But I guess I'm going to hit this one in front of me. Well, actually, I'm going to move right here. Can I move? Yeah, right there to get my advantage. And then I'm
Yeah.
going to hit it. Yeah, and then I'm going to hit it with the this thing right here.
Right, that's an 11.
I get 3 of these.
That's a miss. That's a miss.
Okay. And then
That at
I'm going-
advantage.
oh, that should be at advantage.
Yeah, it should be.
So the first one's 24 to hit, and then I'll roll the second one,
Yeah,
Or-
the first one would have been 24 and 12. The second one is 11
and we'll do that one right now.
natural 20. That's right,
Well,
that's a-
that'll do it.
that'll certainly do it. That one is also buffed down.
Okay, and then I'm going to move. Ooh, the slimy or the black seaweed thing is still on where the table was.
It's still where the table was, yes.
Okay, and I'm gonna come down here, and I'm gonna shoot
as
that
you
one.
Move, as you move further, additionally, it's going to smack out at you with a d20 plus 8 with 1 tentacles. That is a 16, which is a miss.
Okay, and then I'm gonna shoot the one just south of Honorum with my
That
bow.
will be like sharpshooter. Never mind. Go ahead. All right, 24 south of Honorum. That hits.
Okay, and then I am going to wait. Honorum is up next. Okay, and then as a bonus action, I'm going to use. I'm gonna, even though I don't. Hopefully, we don't get this far, but I'm gonna look at the seaweed-looking thing, and I'm gonna cast True Strike for my next round.
Right.
It gives me advantage on my next attack that I'm looking at.
Okay. Advantage on next attack. That was a bonus action cast, but I believe you can do through the revamped Eldritch Knight feature.
Yeah, it's not an attack though, so I thought my cantrips that aren't actually a.
I forget. I think we'll have double check that later, but I think that's good. Honor, you are up.
Oh, it was an
Now
action.
you
It
can
was
now
an
act.
action,
However,
I
you
see.
are still restrained, and I will say, as time continues, you find yourself more and more like suffused by the black tendrils. Like you feel very cold in your legs and your belly that have already been there. It's almost up to your armpits now. As you attempt to Misty Step, I'd like you to give me a casting check. Alright, that succeeds. Anren, where would you like to go? No longer restrained.
I'm gonna disappear down here.
Alright.
And we smell any of that naphtha as it follows in this room?
A little bit on your melee guys.
Alright, I'm gonna target this guy down here. It's in the air.
Okay,
Just with a firebolt.
go for it.
$29, 17 damage.
29, 17 damage.
And I will also power surge it for 10 more, so 27 damage.
Right. You see it like the fire's like resisting the fire, but then as you power surge it, it's like and the fire burns it away completely. Right.
Alright, with that, Barnabas is going to come running in. And he's going to try and bite the spectral creature there.
Alright.
See if the macro works here. 17.
That's a hit.
16.
It's psychic. No protection from psychic for these guys, so yeah, no, it's like Barnabas hangs onto its leg. It looks very much on the verge of dispersal.
And yeah, I'll just slide it into the corner. That's it.
Right, as you move again, that's a d20 plus 8 from the tentacle monster. That's a 9. No, 8. That's 21.
Oh, even if we're not next to it, it attacks you?
Yes, it has a special property, and also like it has special property for the reactions, and it has a reach that covers basically the entire.
Okay.
I'd say, Honorable, you are very perceptive and intelligent. I would say you give me an intelligence check. Honorable, you've noticed that whenever anybody has moved more than 10 feet, regardless of where they are in the room, they were smacked. Speaking of being smacked, that's going to be a 2d10 plus 2d8. That's a total of 31. And I believe you need to make me a wisdom saving throw, please.
What was the roll? The attack roll?
13 plus 8.
21. All right, I'm going to. I'm at 19 right now, and I'm going to shield that for 24.
All right, no problem. Right, we are back with these spectrometers, and one's going to reach down at you, Talmgen. You are still restrained, so this will be with advantage. 25. Talmgen, you feel like your very life force is being drained out of you. You can feel yourself growing almost as if you're growing older, as you can literally feel your bones kind of like cracking against one another. Your HP max is reduced by 13. Actually, you need to make me a con save for that. I'm sorry. I got ahead of myself. 15 minus 2 is 13. You just pass. You take the damage, but your max HP is not reduced. That's his turn. It's going to fly up. If you're holding any weapons, melee weapons, you could make an attack. But, yeah. That's his turn.
Sorry.
And,
How much necrotic damage was I supposed to take there?
13 necrotic.
13, so making sure I'm tracking it. Yeah. I wasn't holding a weapon unless I still had it from out in the hallway.
No, that's right. You were eating. I don't see why.
Yeah, so I really am not holding a weapon. Tarmington just kind of, you just see his eyes just go wide as he kind of realizes that we're all hell is breaking loose, and he reaches to his chest and he just casts sunlight.
That
from
would
his-
have to be on your turn, because that's an action.
Oh, it's not. Oh, I'm still being attacked. Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah,
So
that was
no,
you being
no.
attacked. No
Sorry.
worries. Duncan, you're up.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, okay. Yep.
Ben?
He is frozen.
Uh-oh.
Oh, he cast
Right.
Dissonant Whispers on the one by Tarm, apparently.
Yeah. Ben, we cannot hear you, so...
He typed, I cast Dissonant Whispers.
Oh, I missed it. I see.
Yeah, he's in Discord.
Yeah,
He's
he's probably on his phone.
rebooting.
No problem. Sorry, I thought that was a suggestion to me as a DM.
No.
In case I have to take over.
No.
No movement in turn.
Dissonant Whispers. I believe that's a... Find that spell. Dissonant Whispers. Okay. That's a 3d6.
The DC 18 on his part.
This is 17. Unless I'm crazy.
He said DC 18.
Let's say 18. That's very weird. I don't know why the spell wouldn't. Thank you for letting me know.
Mhm.
Okay, well, Spectre is going to roll. Let's do some saving throw. That's a 19. Fortunately. However, it still takes, I believe, 3 points of psychic damage. On the one that... Which one did you cast it on? This one, right? Next to Fisk?
No, the one closest to Tarm.
Closest to Tom. This one, alright?
I think it was this one.
Yep. Okay. The Spectre is dead. The Spectre is almost dead. It's going to... Let me see. Let's check something here. Let's see how the spell works.
How about that, guys?
No worries. You all good?
Yeah, I could hear you, but my screen froze. So I'm guessing he saved from the dissonant whispers.
He saved, yes.
Okay.
Right. It's going to aim at you, Fisk, and bark out a terrible command. Grovel! Fisk, I'd like you to give me, I believe it is a charisma saving throw. Check. Wisdom saving throw, sorry.
And so DM, that it still takes half damage, so it took 5 damage.
Let's see. I've got a. Is it a D8 or a D10?
Though, for which?
Bardic.
And
D10.
memorable. Yep.
Ooh.
16.
16. That'd be plants. You do not got it.
Barge Rock.
Yes, they do. This one. Let's see. Ooh, that's scary. Can they do that? Yeah. It will gamble. Let me see. It will gamble and try to phase through the floor. Fisk, you technically, do you still have your reaction, Fisk?
Do.
All right. I guess you may make an AOO.
Okay.
As it tries to phase through the floor, Fisk, quick as lightning, you kick its head, which goes flying off as and disintegrates in the air from the radiant damage you deal.
Just for good measure.
Alrighty, Tomjen, you're up.
Okay, so I can move at this point, so I can pull my weapon.
No, you still need to make some kind of attempt to free yourself.
Oh, I'm entangled by. Okay, it's not.
It's
this is
like
no longer
up to-
surprised.
It's up
I'm
to
no
your
one-
neck. by
Gotcha,
now.
gotcha.
Your arms are free, but you are technically restrained.
Okay, but
Free.
can I get to my holy symbol? Because I do want to do what I was going to do. I'm sticking
Where
with
do you
it.
keep your holy symbol usually?
Around his neck. Remember, I was
It takes up
pointing
to
it
your
out.
neck. So this is going to take some doing on your part.
Okay, absolutely.
Give me... Let me think. You're a roguish type rogue. Even though you have, multi-classed. How about we take good old sleight of hand?
I like it.
Call
Wow.
it DC... We call it DC 10. How's that sound?
Okay.
Go ahead and roll it.
What am I
Oh,
rolling?
11!
Yeah, I was going to say, yeah.
So just load it.
Okay.
Tomjen, you managed to reach,
All right, I'll
kind of
pop
managed
it
to
in.
bounce it up, how do you catch it in your mouth?
And yeah, he
Pass it down, throw it to one of your hands.
and Wow, the room is suddenly filled with sunlight.
Okay.
least-
The room is filled with radiant sunlight. Let me see. Let me check something in this creature. As you do so, like you hear a terrible screech from the tentacles, and it needs to make me a con save, and that's a natural one.
Wow.
All right.
Nice.
Wow.
Like you hear a terrible as like inside your brains, your guts, like you guys like sorry, but my computer is my screen is flashing but essentially what happened, you guys see the tentacles kind of like wrap around themselves and like withdraw into the floor. The specter and the remains like with it, they disappear and combat is done.
Wow.
Sunlight.
what a little sunlight will
still
do.
shines there, like, for a moment before.
Yeah, I let it go the full minute. I'm just enjoying the sun. He just stands there with his eyes closed.
Heartbeat shakes the floor beneath for calming down. You guys felt that. You guys could feel that heartbeat in your teeth.
Ugh.
And that I think will take. Let's call it a Maverick. Do you need to walk your dog or anything? I hope you had a good walk. Eric, you back? Yes, he is. And that's everybody. Okay. In that case, 3, 2, 1. Welcome back, everyone. Right. As the sunlight still fills the room, Tom Jen, you are no longer restrained. And I'd like everybody. Let me see. At the moment, I believe, is anybody poisoned, diseased, or under the effect of a madness?
I have a potion bottle on me, but I'm not sure what it's for.
I am not sure. Oh, poison. That was for poison. So you can give me another con save.
You got it.
Ah, 13. Unfortunately, it still doesn't quite hit the DC.
Ooh,
Chris,
all right.
what effect were you under?
Madness.
Like,
I
9,
had a
unfortunately.
madness.
Just not cleared.
Let's see. No. No.
Okay. For that, going to momentarily head back to Priscilla. As the Lich, who has not given you his name yet, beckons for you to follow him. Do you follow?
Yeah, screw it. Let's see where this goes.
He gestures at the door, which opens by magic. You see the small room filled with skulls. He floats through it, and as it does, good job. You see, they're still protecting and watching the temple just as always. fellow students. Gentlemen, please, back to your posts. Lift a finger and the pile of flame skulls and all the skulls that rolled out of the room just get sucked into it, as if, like it's like watching a video in reverse.
Oh, fuck. Scylla's kind of like processing her environment, like she's starting to figure out like what's possibly happening here.
Oh, now, child, do you know how to get to the nurse, to the military office?
I don't know the directions to nurse, but first, could you help me cure myself of this curse?
Could you speak up, Maverick? Oh, could you cue myself on
All
this
right.
curse?
Yeah, she rhymed nurse first and curse in the same fucking sentence. All right, that's all you need to know. I did that. That's real.
That's
I want a fate
that's not a
point for that.
curse. It's a madness.
What? She doesn't know.
Of course. No. Show that my players know what to do. Alright, so, the... well, that is... Waking curses is not my specialty. Withholding them is. I can certainly try. And he'll put two skeletal... Try to touch you with two skeletal fingers, Basila.
Can I like reflexively rage to try to like have the damage? Just like literally, it's the equivalent of like, it's like literally tensing up in like response.
Sure. Wow, actually, you are incredibly lucky.
No,
because
I'm
what
fine.
happened? I rolled the GM. I rolled
Yeah.
the GM, and then I rolled an 18, and I was like, "That's not fair. I need to roll in open." And then it rolled an 8. So that's
All right,
extremely
I know
fun.
rage. I'll take that. Fine. All right. You didn't hear me. You didn't hear me. No, I'll live. So she's like, as this finger, she's like,
You, Scylla. As he presses his fingers into you, and you see, like, you feel a surge of magical power moving through you. You roll me a D100.
what do you mean? Okay. Well, it's time to test my luck. Gotta roll a D100 to see if I'm fucked. I roll a 30. Okay.
Vasilla, as you... I did not mean to do that.
I saw you move the token.
Scylla, you feel... So... Okay, give me an intelligence saving throw, please.
I will add my D8 to this.
Sure.
All right, please.
Vasilla. You do not take any additional madness effects. You realize it was an extremely bad idea to ask a lich to try to cure you of something.
You're a freaking wizard. I don't know. You said they're the best
However,
casters.
you realize something else is happening to you. Something strange, and you look down at your arm.
No.
It's growing claws, becoming like partially scaly and striped.
Is this?
Going,
Oh,
your arm is going back to how it was.
no!
There we are. A stubborn thing, but I think give it a little bit of time and it will go away.
She's just.
He'll go to pat your shoulder in a fatherly manner. Do you allow it?
Fuck, nothing worse could happen. Just go ahead. Just take me.
Okay, and take another 17 necrotic damage, Basila.
You see it just like it fizzles on her, and she's just like despondent. This thing has done more damage to me than anything in this fucking.
You keep allowing him to touch you.
I didn't even know until now that I could like dodge, but it's like at the same time, I'm too afraid to try.
Very fair.
I think this can I say this is the one where I tense up a bit.
Good.
So I
That's-
okay.
As you, I will say, Fisk and Honorim, you guys can hear Vasila's voice, actually coming through the door you guys came through, and the Lich points at this door over here, Vasila, that you realize wasn't there before, and says, simply continue down the corridor, and at the third door down, you should turn left. That will lead you to the Medicaid office. Remember, child, coming here, being chosen to follow the order is a lifelong commitment. Make sure to take care of you.
She's
This
just
is
like
the creature that dealt you like 60 points of necrotic damage.
she's just like looking at like part of her skin fizzling off of her neck from the touch. She's like, mm-hmm.
He doesn't seem to have noticed. If you require any further guidance, please come to. Do not hesitate to find me, or any of the other two. We are here for all of your benefit. And as he kind of turns around, he kind of stops and looks over here. He says, "Now that's just disrespectful." And you see the tent sheet that was on it, on the statue, falls off. Priscilla. Priscilla, please make me.
You son of a bitch! You know what? I'm not even gonna. You know what? I'm gonna crit this one again. I have fucking proficiency.
Hold on. Let me double check. I forget if it's a wisdom or a charisma.
No, it's wisdom. It's wisdom. It's wisdom. It's better be.
One
It's
moment.
wisdom.
Yeah, X20. Which one is this? This is a wisdom saving throw. Yes.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I'll be fine.
DC 16.
Oh!
Yeah,
Also
Vasila,
do that one.
you realize what's about to happen, and you.
Yeah. All right. And she's gonna like run into this room down here.
You see, like the last thing you hear is like the wall like fizzling and then fizzling again behind him.
So like with her arm, was it like the ghost arm or is it like the other?
No, it's like her like beast ass like shark woman arm.
Okay, so is the other one like normal still?
You look at it, you can see the claws are like your fingernails are starting to blacken and sharpen.
She like feels her face again, like.
So as you can tell, it's still normal for the moment, but how long that stays. But you can feel a pain and discomfort in your gums as if they're shifting slightly.
Oh, I just got this shit fixed. Alright, can I like roll an Arcana check on like what could be happening, or at least like any more general information of how long this would take, what kind of specific magic or curse or
Certainly, but I will say that I do want to point out that as you enter the room, like all of you guys now see each other. Vasila enters the room, looking harrowed, pale, and like with her features somewhat sunken, but very much still alive.
Well, where the heck have you been? We really could have used your help.
What?
And then are you wearing long sleeves? Like, can we see your arm has changed?
It's gloves, but you can see like the texture slightly poking, like like the arms are like shifting somewhat.
My passive perception is not that good. So, anyways, do we want to do a quick rest and a heal, or do we have time to wait, or should I do my little aura?
I wouldn't mind sitting down for just a hour if we can.
I could use that too.
Duncan, do you have anything for this general malaise that seems to have overcome me? I don't seem as strong or as youthful as I did not half an hour ago.
No, unfortunately, that type of a restoration is just I've seen it done. It's out of my wheelhouse, unfortunately.
So it just takes off her glove and just shows the arm shifting back.
Yeah.
Oh Jesus! Or I guess Echelon.
She's just kind of like shrugs, like she's just fucking like hilariously despondent.
What happened?
Well, Vasila, she ran away, but fortunately we lived to fight another day.
Always getting yourself into trouble.
When you set me up to get in that box, I found a lich. So you better not talk shit, you son of a bitch.
That doesn't rhyme.
Lich and bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the same letter. It's like I'm not even a forced rhyme like I've been doing. It's like legit.
I think because you put a lot of emphasis on box, that the brain was kind of primed to hear
I'm
that.
putting emphasis on
Looking
a lot
for
of things
socks,
right
yeah.
now. I'll put out my I'll emphasize my fist in this face. All right. So you see her just like fucking like throw her hands up and just kind of like pace around.
Feel, as you are walking away, you feel a hand on your shoulder throwing you. Healing energy flows into you.
Vasila, I will say that was also good enough that you're no longer under the effect of pain. Also, Honorum, did you make another con save to see if you can heal at least a bit of the HP loss back for the sunlight?
I can. Absolutely.
And
The
do I need to make another Constitution save for poisoned?
I thought you already did.
I didn't pass it.
No, you get the sunlight lets you try again once, not twice. But a Constitution will save. That passes. Honorum, you can retrieve the last bit, which I believe was a 10.
9, both 9s.
Right. In that case, you can receive 9 back. You're still missing 9, but you will receive 9 back from this. Like that being in sunlight for you guys, the first time in several weeks, I guess. Had such a uplifting effects on all of you that it allowed it allowed you to try those saves again.
Oh, okay, cool. So do I or do I not roll again?
You already rolled again. See where you got?
Oh, I did?
13. Yeah, like
That's honoring.
Where you got a 9. Yeah. But right as the
That was
damn,
my
that
first
was
roll, wasn't it?
that wasn't harm.
Yeah, if you scroll up, it's right under where I said no.
yeah, it says Thomas and Freeman 15 minus 2, which would have been 13, which wouldn't have passed the DC.
But that was the first roll, wasn't it?
Was it? That
Yeah,
was
I
the
don't think I
first roll
rolled
from-
before that. Or no, wait. Constitution. Oh yeah, well, back before I cast sunlight.
Yes, that was before you cast it, because that happened from eating the maggots and dead remains of those set at the table before you.
Gotcha. Okay. I thought it was the other effect, so I was getting confused. Got it. Okay.
Sorry, my
Thanks.
lamp came out. in seconds.
Last little point of order here, DM. These purple dots are our inspiration, right?
These purple dots are those defaults that you would have had. Yes.
Okay. And what's the other symbol on me and Anorum? Because I'm still learning your system.
I didn't put that symbol on you.
That's
on
my
Owen,
shield.
I believe Is
Or mage
shield.
armor.
Mage?
Mage armor.
or shield? Yeah, mage armor for him. I don't know if that's what that. I didn't put that one on you, Dun. There you go.
Okay.
But yeah, no, the light. So yeah, you guys are now standing in the empty room. The table is actually gone. There's no table there, so it was like
So,
generic.
so what did you say about the statue when you came back in?
Statue. She's just gonna start like pigeoning like rhymes. 10 outside removed from statue. Do not enter unless it have at you.
I think I get what you're saying. Should we just settle down here for an hour and take a breather, guys?
Do it.
Yeah, let's sit.
You see her
Well,
like
there's no
just-
table, but yeah.
You see her like so like naturally about to like throw out a swear or just cuss, but you see her like have to stop herself, and this annoys her further.
I'd like to. Varys is gonna walk around the room and check out all of these things along the wall.
I'm following Duncan because he's the only source of light.
So did we get into that chest in that other room?
I mean, one of you got into that chest.
True. Okay. So all right.
Right. Let me, guys, are exploring the room. Let me just grab its description. Right. This now that the illusion is gone, you guys can see that the room is a lot darker and less inviting than it originally seemed. But it does seem that this was their dining area back when this place was, essentially a garrison to keep everything, all the dark powers away. The ewer has not disappeared. I hasten to say it didn't break, which would indicate that it has something a bit more going on for it. The walls in the room contain several paintings. Over here and over here, there's seems to be drawers. And over here, there seems to be, like next to one of them, there seems to be what was like a tea brewing, like a drink brewing set, like for teas and coffees and similar.
Before Fisk's divine favor fades, I'm gonna go over to that pitcher and just start pummeling the shit out of it and see if it even dents.
All right. Let me see. You start beating it and beating it. It takes some damage, but it's not invincible. But you can tell that there's still like magic in it. And as you stop beating it, like you kind of you see it kind of slowly start to mend itself. Like you kind of broke it a bunch, but then like it's very slowly starting to mend itself. Like the little cracks like start like the shards like start to fade and like very slowly reappearing on it.
Well then.
Did he break it?
I think he heard you. Ah, come
We'll take a closer look at these pieces here. See if there's anything we can deduce from them.
Oh, give me an Arcana check. On him, this you can see by this is very obviously magical. You can deduce. You can see that there are like as you kind of like you might want to open like your third eye for this, and as you do, like just for a moment, just so it doesn't get like the pain from like having it open in the temple. As you do, like it seems that there is different kinds of magic surrounding it. it seems that the illusion was tied to it, but not generated by it. And it has transmutation as its primary enchantment.
Well, since we're hanging out here, I will, for a little bit, I'll identify it.
By the time a minute passes, it is whole again. And just identify this is a. Let me see.
An unholy jug of unending evil.
This is This is in fact an simply jug of wine. Any poison poured into this jug will transform into sweet wine that was brewed about 969 years ago, technically, but it will just continually refill with it if you give it a command as an action to do so. It can hold up to 1 gallon, and then cannot produce wine until the next dawn.
Yep.
I'll pick it up and toss it over towards Tarm.
What's this?
Might interest you.
It very well
Apparently
might.
It is enchanted as headmaster's the master's gift.
I think it might help us sleep well the next time we do crash. Yeah. Throw it in the bag of holding for me since you're carrying it, and I toss it back over to you. And I say, and put it next to those 4 bottles of poison wine that we've got. And then I'm gonna, and then I'm gonna start searching this room. Tired and beat as he is, he's gonna look for any secret doors, secret passages, secret compartments. That's just what he's gonna do the whole damn time.
Okay, give me.
Perhaps we should rest and then do this, in case we in case we invite anything in here.
Fair enough. I'll wait till the end of our
Yeah.
time.
Just mechanically, we
Yes.
got to rest
Yeah,
for an hour,
yeah.
then we do all this.
All right, or at least I do, and I'll wait.
Right, you gently play your flute there, Duncan, and there's something very, the way it echoes into this gigantic hole in the middle of the room, makes you feel queasy. Like it feels like your own music is being echoes back wrong and distorted, and painful to the ears.
That's for all of us.
No, specifically for Duncan.
Okay.
Occasionally, you guys see me stop and shake the flute and keep playing again.
Right. Unfortunately for guys, those of you rolling hit points for your short rest, you will only benefit as a 1d4 instead of 1d8 from Song of Rest.
Okay. All right. So here we go.
I assume I can't regain anything from this.
What's that, sorry?
Am I able to regain any of my lost 9?
Whoops.
Or do I have to wait till tomorrow?
I believe it specifies long rest.
Okay, that's fine.
Oh, here we go.
Creature finishes a long rest, I'm sorry. Oh, sorry, did you ask about the wine?
Nope.
Oh my goodness. Tomagen, you healed 26. Just those of you who are hit with life drain, remember to track that down. I think Tomagen, you were the only other one who hit with it.
Life drain? No, I thought I was. Oh yeah, I was. So that comes off my maximum too.
Not if you succeeded.
No, I failed. I think no, I succeeded that one, didn't I? I was poisoned because of what I ate. Am I poisoned because of both?
No.
Because we
you're
just
poisoned
clarified it
from
was
the-
because.
You were poisoned from eating.
Right.
I'm trying to find where you rolled me the con save for where I did the life drain.
I didn't realize it was a life drain. Sorry. Life
Yes.
drain.
And just while he's looking for that, everyone, we also get fifth. I'm going to
Yes,
use
you
inspiring
did.
leader.
Yeah, you did fail. I rolled a 25. You rolled a 13. No, wait, you
Oh,
did pass. My apologies.
Yeah, I was going to
You're
say.
right.
All right.
You're right.
Yeah. So that's
sorry.
okay. All right. No
My
problem.
bad.
No problem.
My bad.
So yeah. So that and 4.
Note
So
over here. Until it's finished a short one. Right. Duncan, once again, you feel a strange influence, but the thing is, as you do, something inside you wells up. Something alien and strange, and you feel like your words gain a special echoey quality.
Oh
to them.
shit! Sorry, I thought I was on mute. Looking at my stat sheet, I was like, I fucked up, but sorry about that.
My voice starts. I start ventriloquisting and freaks out Varys.
Duncan, what do
Anyways,
you say
my-
to... Do you have a short
my voice
sentence
is-
or anything?
I'm sorry, DM. My voice is echoing and what?
Essentially, like, you know how, like, earlier, like, your performance was weakened by, well, like, the way it echoed, like, out of this hole? It kind of starts again, like, at your first, like, your inspiring leader, like, you try to say something, and then it kind of falls flat, but then you feel something alien rises up inside you, and it's your words simply stop echoing out of the hole. Instead, like you're filled with like your usual confidence.
Nice. And I would imagine you guys, as I'm talking, because it takes 10 minutes in game, you guys are reminded that, my eyes are glowing almost like a sickly green, but you feel 17 temporary hit points take over, so you feel a little bit more confident and ready to take on the next room. So, 17 to everybody.
well then. Well, I guess we're doing this, and then that's at the point when I'm gonna check out this room. So, do you want an investigation?
Yes, please.
You got it. That is a dis. So 13.
13. Yeah, as you search through, you don't really find anything that seems to be out of, have been hidden secretly.
Okay.
You can see, you find a bunch of moldering, copper utensils, glasses, stuff like that. Like here, there's just positively ancient and filled with mildew.
I'm just kind of dumping it on the ground in case
Yeah.
something looks interesting to somebody.
There's a bunch of like, you kind of reach inside and like you think you see something that looks like mildew, but it seems to just you see dead spiders that are covered in like what seems to be like almost like a fluffy, like a fluff.
Honorum, check this thing out. Just kind of not quite touching it, just pointing at it.
There's you standing right next to him, and you can roll me a nature check if you like. On him, as you come here, you can also roll me a nature check. Also, where's Priscilla go?
Over here.
Yeah, I'm by Duncan.
Ah, there you are. Being hidden by something that you. Oops. Get back.
Varys got it.
Varys. This is something that you don't believe is a, magical phenomena. This is a parasitic fungus that infects spiders. Um, you know this because once long ago, your brother, and your father um, uh, had to deal with the infestation of giant spiders that were being controlled by this fungus. Like they were basically like ruining the biodiversity of the forest, of a nearby forest, and you guys basically it kind of made the spiders rise up again and again, even though they were torn to pieces, and you basically had to kill it with fire.
What is it that I'm looking at right now?
I'll find you. I'll find you a picture. It's this. It's a bunch of small spiders covered with this. They're corpses.
Right, is this just down right in front of us, or?
There were a bunch of them inside the jars, like where there were plates and such like.
Like I open the drawer and these things are just kind of all over the place in there.
Yes.
Do I see any of the fungus?
Yeah, it's on them. Like, this is what you see in the quest channel.
Oh. Okay.
Well, how absolutely horrific that is. Tarmagin steps right the fuck away from it.
There's a little bit still on your hand, Tarmagin, since, like you said, you're sticking everything out.
Prestidigitation, and I get this shit off.
Oh, you're so lucky that you're about to. Yeah, on Varys, you guys would know not a good idea to touch it. You're fairly certain it can't affect humans. The ones that you guys were dealing with wasn't. But this is Barovia.
Don't touch the dead, creepy spiders.
No kidding. I kind of wave at Fisk to come over to this door here. Give that a listen.
Fisk, you can hear a familiar voice. You can hear Tomas's voice. He's praying desperately. It's muffled, but he's right behind the door.
Say,
Ask, does anybody else hear that?
No, just Fisk.
Just Fisk.
Boss. Is
A boss?
are you sure that's not Bassoon? Tomas?
not pursuit. Be our mind. Playing tricks.
Fire stops and you hear in Tomas's voice. Fisk? Footsteps approach the door. Fisk. Fisk, you
back
hear
aw-
knocking like duk 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 duk. I'll remind you, Tomagen, that doesn't walk through full cover. As you ping your divine sense, like, the backshaft of just pure defilement, desecration.
Oh, it doesn't
hits
even
you.
work
Oh,
down here?
your eyes
Oh,
roll.
okay.
No, like it works, but again, it doesn't work behind full cover.
Doesn't?
I believe it's stated, yeah. Not behind total cover. There you go. That's it. It says it right there. Fisk, the door
Gotcha.
begins.
Gotcha. How long does it last, or is it just an instantaneous thing?
It says until the end of your next turn, I believe.
This is gonna grab the knob and stop it from turning.
Guys, you see Fisk just grab onto the knob. By the way, none of you hear anything.
Are we moving on to the next room now? And Duncan starts gathering his stuff and getting up off the ground.
Something's behind this
The
door.
starts to Fisk, you feel the door shaking violently. Fisk, please let me in. The darkness here.
Where we left Tomas. This is something else.
The darkness is here. Please.
I'm talking to Tarmogen.
Tarmogen, you have no idea what he's talking about.
Yeah, I'm just.
It's perfectly quiet. Like Fisk is losing his fucking mind.
Now, he's holding the knob. Do I see it rattling or anything, or is he just holding it steady?
You look at it, you see Fisk rattling it himself.
Oh no! If would it have been rattling before I grabbed it? Because I guess
Fisk, to you, yes, it appears that it does.
I don't
Tarmogen,
see such a thing.
You don't see it.
I'm describing what I'm hearing and what I'm seeing, but I'm not.
I gotcha. Darja puts his hand on your forearm, and he's like, "We have to find out one way or the other." And I kind of move your hand back.
As you say that, Tarmogen, as you go to touch his hand, like you see, it is shaking. And you can hear it too. Please, my friends! It is so dark in here.
I let go.
And I can hear their
Immediately.
voices.
Do I still
You
hear
still
it?
hear it, Tom.
I hear it too, but I don't know if it's real. And I pull out Mother's tongue, or Mother's sorrow.
It tries to come in.
You guys hear as the doors shake, as something large strikes it. You can hear Tomas grunt. And the slam of a body against the door. He's injured now.
Now, do I see anybody else reacting to this, or just Tarmogen and I?
Just you and
Or
Fisk.
just,
like
Fisk
everybody
and
else.
I.
You got, by the way, like you guys can see Tarmogen and Fisk out like freaking out about something. By the way,
Yeah,
I'll
I'm
run
bracing
over
for. You don't hear that. The Varus is right there.
No. What's going on?
Tarmogen kind of breathes. I'm like, just hold steady, Fisk. Varus, touch Fisk. Tell me if you hear it.
All right, I'll grab onto Fisk's shoulder.
you immediately, Varys, you can hear, you shudder as you can hear a prolonged scream of agony, and you hear like a gristly sound, like some a leg is being torn out of a socket. You guys no longer hear Tomas's pain. You guys hear him screaming. I need to. Varys, were you around when Tomas was here? I don't remember.
I was
Yes.
here. Yeah, I have
Yes.
his dog tagged.
That's
Yep.
true. Varys, Fisk, and Tarmogen, I'd like you guys to give me wisdom saving throws. Even if you feel like this might not be real,
no, I got
feels
you.
so real, and it's harrowing listening to this.
Still just walking up, like, looking confused.
Yeah, like you see them, like, you know, like for a moment, like they all like kind of like freeze. Tarmogen and Fisk, the two of you manage to resist, but Varys, you are shaken very, very badly. That was the most horrible sound. Like, you recall a moment from your childhood when you guys used to have a hunting dog named Rufus, and you know, it was a big old reliable mountain dog that you guys would hunt with. And on one of your first expeditions, he was with you and your father. And a hill giant stepped on his back legs, and the sound of bone and gristle crunching together will stay with you forever. And I'm afraid you are going to be affected by that as the pain returns. I'd like you to roll me a D100, please.
Okay.
Just looks at Ptarmigan and just shakes his head. Not real.
Not real.
Why did I get an 8? Oh, never mind. I'm looking at 50 on the virtual dice.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry.
Varys, you are afflicted. You become incredibly averse to seeing others in pain. When an ally within 30 feet of you is bloodied, you will have to roll me a wisdom saving throw not to be affected by Bane. And I'm going to DM to you.
Okay.
Out of spite.
So
I hope
I'll
it's
say
stupid
this.
as
So
mine.
let me ask you this. So Varys's initial, with the thought of Varys's whole persona is about never leaving a man behind and always helping his comrades. So the thought of that and hearing with Tomas, with this affliction, because his initial reaction was going to be, I hear this pain of Tomas or something in there, and he was going to bust through the door. So with this affliction that he's now under, that's for if somebody's half wounded, would that have any impact on what he would have done?
No, in fact, this would urge you forward.
Oh. Okay, well then he's going to bust down the door.
Well, we're kind of in the way.
Okay, well he's going to attempt to go through the both of you to try to get through the door and to try to help Tomas.
Certainly.
Is what he would do.
Are you... So Varys essentially is trying to push past the two of you. Will you guys resist, or will you guys allow him?
Yeah, I think Fisk would try to stop him, and
I think between the two of us, we just turn and kind of half tackle him away.
yeah, just kind of.
Both
Yeah,
of you give me
push.
athletics. Varys, give me athletics. Let's settle it like that.
Yeah, I mean, this is just noping out of him getting to that door. Ooh. I'm a little guy.
That's a 10. That's a 21. Varys, you are stopped from. You're stopped from breaking the door open. The sounds have stopped. There's no longer.
Fisk
any
is-
sounds.
kind of pushing against her shoulders, his head's up by your ear. It's not real.
Sounds real. It sounds very real.
Many things do.
I'll kind of push Fisk off and just kind of shake my head and say, fine.
Not like this place.
Let's move forward.
We do. We acknowledge that, Vasilla, what happened to your arm? You just showed back up. What happened? Are you okay?
You see her starting to think on how she's gonna phrase this.
Just freestyle it. Eminem this.
Yeah, remember, if you.
Eminem, bro.
The bane only lasts until you make another good rhyme, so just.
I know, but like I already removed the bane, but it's like she doesn't want to like
We can talk about it later if you'd rather. I just want to make sure you're all right before we.
She holds up a finger like. Teleport chest, leech in a box, got sent to another room. He gave me. She kind of points to her neck. Flesh rot. Nothing long term. I tried to ask for help, and all he gave me was that fucking whelp, and it just like pulls up her arm again. Purse
You've
is
had a day.
partially undone, much to my dismay. And honestly, I just want to get out here sometime within the next day.
I agree. So sorry to send you in there, but I'm glad you're all right. We going through this door, guys?
Fisk, Barris, get clear of that door a little bit. I got an idea. And you see Ptarmigan step back. And a skeletal hand appears. And he tries to open the door this way.
Eris, you can see Tomas's corpse lying there, mutilated. His arms and legs have been wrenched from their sockets. But this can't be. He died. Tomas is dead, and you buried him. And I'm afraid that you're going to make me an intelligence saving throw there, Varys. In the meantime.
Oh.
I'm sorry, Varys.
Oh no!
Bane for the next minute.
Do you have?
I'm sorry, what was that?
Bane for the next minute.
You have Indomitable? Maybe.
You'll have used it.
Oh, we had a short rest.
Oh yeah, I guess yeah. Vitals.
I'm gonna re-roll it.
I'm just throwing it out there.
I believe in you.
All right.
I believe in you.
That was
Natural
intelligent. Yeah.
Go Team Grey Company. Yeah.
Okay.
16. Like that is
Much better than a nat 1.
That is a pass, Varys.
Thanks. Sorry, I didn't refresh my features and stuff after that short rest.
In that case, why don't you go ahead and open the door for me, Tom, since you're the one who's doing it.
Okay.
Oh boy.
I don't see anything. Step a little closer. Oh dear. What am I seeing? Okay, in the dark. What's my view of?
Purplish light materializes, and you see the corridor is lined with horrific figures. They have a cacophony of voices. Some of them, you are saying, like they're all speaking in voices of people you guys know. You guys hear Mother Lucia, Irina, people from your previous lives before you came to Barovia, your parents, siblings, lovers, friends, children, mentors, and they're all saying your names over and over, and occupying the same space impossibly is this large creature made of darkness but liquidy. Its head covered in eyes, its a thick-lipped mouth with unmatching teeth emerging from within the black liquid. It turns to you all and smiles. And as you feel its attention, each eye meeting one of yours, corridor's empty.
Well, that's fucked up.
look at everyone just like. Did Vasilla see all this shit too?
You guys all saw that shit.
She's just like,
Except for me, I was at the other end there.
Yeah, I didn't see it. I'm just chilling over here.
Nanarim and Duncan. Duncan, look, you were maybe curious about the spiders, and Nanarim, you're, I don't know, playing with Barnabas.
Fisk is gonna go over to the door and just like sniff the air.
Give me a perception check. This, it smells like the inside of your own brain. But then it just smells like an old, cold, mildewy corridor. You're not sure why that first thought jumped into your head, but it is unnerving.
I think whatever was here, whatever we saw.
Is the helmet having any effect on this for me?
You don't know. As far as you could tell, you could hear the same whispers that their others did too, as you can see by their own, like,
But it
disturbed
is-
expressions.
But it's, to me, it's just an empty room. Nothing.
At the moment, the room looks
Yeah.
empty.
All right.
So to me too, DM, this room looks completely empty.
Whatever you can see is what you can see.
Okay. I was making sure it wasn't weird feeling or something. Barovia's full of a lot of weird feelings. I got to check it. Yeah, I'm gonna start searching this room as well. Not that I'm really good at it.
Corridor. So you guys can hear like more like those whispers again as you pass through.
Varys is going to walk up to Fisk and put his hand on his shoulder and cast protection from good and evil. I'll do that out of or protection from evil and good. Can I do that out of turn order? Out of
Yeah, you can. It's you guys are not in the combat.
yeah,
at the
it's
moment,
good.
so
It's good
that's-
for 10 minutes. So I'm going to cast that on Fisk.
I'm gonna listen to this door.
The concentration icon.
That door. You can hear the sound of the abbot weeping bitterly.
I immediately stop and
Please.
just I pull away from the door.
Let me out! Let me out, you dumb bastard!
Move along.
Ah!
I just say to Vars, more voices. Not real.
Nod to him.
Go to the next one. Listen again.
Nothing.
No voices
Honest.
here.
Let me see. As you guys approach the end of the corridor,
Yeah.
that it's much warmer here for some reason, despite the rest of this temple being practically freezing. This area is much warmer, and you guys can all smell ash, smoke, and burning. as if a great fire had just occurred here. In fact,
I spot.
like the floor feels a bit oily, like the fire very recently happened.
And do I pick up on anything when I investigated?
Sorry.
That's okay.
Yes, you do. There is a what seems to be a rune inscribed plate built into the wall.
Point at it. Go honor him. What is that thing?
Let me take a look.
The rune over here reads light.
Any other I could see? Was there one up here next to the other door?
No, there's you. I believe you only spotted the one.
The scorch mark on the floor to the south of us, does it look like some sort of body exploded there, or some sort of... Is there something by the way that the char marks are on the floor?
Judging by what you can see with your vision, it's very hard for you. It's practically impossible for you to tell without additional light.
I'll cast the light cantrip. Put it on the end of my staff and kind of hold it up over top.
Right. Light cantrip, I believe, is 2020. Yeah. Lasts for what? An hour? A minute? 10 minutes? Forget. And though, like it just like everything else that magically gives off light, you can feel like the spell is reduced. However, even that much is better than nothing. And you can see the remains of what seems to be several corpses. How fresh they are, you can't tell, that are burnt to a crisp.
Someone was having a worse day than we were, judging by the remains on the floor. These torches lit?
No, they're not. But you,
Okay.
but you can light them. You can attempt to light them.
No, it's fine.
What am I? Is this a window I'm standing next to?
Yes, it seems to peer into the grand hall in the middle.
Oh, so where the big statue is.
Yes.
All right.
Seeing
You
Tarmagen.
can see like the faint purple light in the distance of the enlightened one, still hovering there, maintaining his distractions maintaining his psychic
Gotcha.
hold over the fiend.
Yeah, Varys, what's up?
I'm just gonna lean over and say, I think we're on the west wing, bro.
Looks like it.
There do seems to be there's a little bit of light. There do seems to be signs next to some of these doors. Let me see. They seem to be there's ones in Ancient Common and Ancient Elvish, and I would say that Duncan would be able to read them, and Honor would be able to read them.
I can read Elvish.
Ancient Elvish, yeah, Varys, I would say with a good history check, with an alright history check, should be able to read.
All three of these doors that we're passing?
The one that you passed, the first one, reads, let me see. But that is... What? Ooh. Sorry, it's freaking out a bit. FVW.
This door.
The very first one.
And this one.
This one has an arrow pointing down.
VW. The initials on the box with the baby.
Hmm.
Very strange.
So FEW in Ancient Elvish. FVW. Do I know any names or initials or lore? That might be like a deep history check.
Give me a history check.
Because I'm imagining I probably haven't read a lot in Ancient Elvish, so it's probably only a few books.
Oh,
Just a few.
Wow.
Look at him flexing that 29. While, alrighty, while the, let me think. While the, initials FVW could stand for quite a few people. You remember because while you were, kind of like reading up on the lore of Barovia and which was called, of Barovia, you remember that the man who built the infamous castle Ravenloft was named Fritz von Weirg, FVW. He was widely widely held as a genius among geniuses, capable of making metal move and think and sound, just with clockwork. He was commissioned by the Prince Strad von Zerwich to build a castle in honor of his parents, and he did so. It was named Castle Ravenloft in honor of Strad's mother, Queen Ravenovia. He was so famous, people simply called him the Scholar, or even the Arc Scholar. Some said that he was immortal, or very long-lived. Like, it's unclear if he was immortal, or very long-lived elf, or something else, as that was not his first time in Barovia. In the land that will come to be known as Barovia, I should say. But the fact that that you're here and those fairly unique initials are coming up again, you wonder if that's a coincidence. In fact, as you take a closer look, you see a small gear illustration beneath the name.
What did we do, Honorum? That when we saw that last, did we leave it or did we open that box? I don't recall.
I think we opened it.
Open the box. Was there anything in it?
Of course we pushed the big red button.
Huh.
It had the baby thing inside of it.
Yeah, the baby. And what happened with the baby? Did we leave the baby and close it, or did we do something with the baby?
We had to put it back in the box, or we threw it off the frickin' over the cliff. I can't
Cliff?
remember.
So what has the initials on it right now? That we're looking at a wall,
This door
or
up here.
is it another at the door?
I think this is someone we should probably be talking to.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
May have some interesting tidbits that we can learn about our eventual destination that may prove fruitful in the future.
Or perhaps learn about our eventual death. You
Well,
never know.
And I can follow along you guys. Like I said, if it's not in a history book, I probably don't know it. But I'm glad I could help where I can.
Who's
Where
gonna-
do we want to head out of here now?
one of the doors has an arrow down, doesn't it?
Yeah, this one. And Fisk said that there were no voices out of that door.
That's the one that
I'm
said
gonna-
light on it, I believe.
No, I'm sorry. There was a rune separate from the other doors that said light. Sorry.
Where's the rune?
I thought that the rune is right here, like where Tarmogen, like right next to Tarmogen, like on the wall.
On the wall. Got it. Okay, so this door that I'm standing next to has an arrow pointing down, nothing else on it. This door up here to the north has VFW on it, and
FVW, yes.
heard the abbot coming out of it. I heard nothing coming out of this door with the arrow. And there's a rune on the wall over there that means light.
Yes. And there are two other doors that you haven't approached yet.
With burnt corpses on the floor in front of them.
Mhm.
Correct. I'm sure it's unrelated to.
Yeah, of course.
Probably part of the decor or something. It was probably here, like, when they built the temple.
Yeah, absolutely. Do we want to try one of these side doors, Fisk?
Um,
So you guys can have an easy time finding it.
Ah, what's that?
hearing Duncan talk about VFW and the scholar,
FCW.
VW. Born. Scholar through that door. But voices. No voices through this door. Know where it leads.
Time I open a door, somebody gets hurt. I don't think I should be the one to call it this time.
Should we leave it to chance?
50, 90.
We got how many options here?
Well, we
Well,
try and get further down the hall or go through one of these two doors, basically.
I have a feeling we're going to be opening most of these doors while we're here, so I'm game for anything. Although I find it highly coincidental that, or maybe too coincidental, that those initials are on that door. It's almost like there's unfinished business.
Shall we?
Start there and work our way down. Who wants to do the honors?
Can that creature thing open doors? Barnabas?
It's a dog.
Or-
It goes like,
Rabbit with his
How
jaws.
about a mage hand? Anybody had a mage hand?
yeah, that's it. I pop out. Yeah. Just,
Yeah. DM,
skeletal
what
hand.
kind of doorknob is on this door? Could a dog open it? Is it like one of those lever handles, or is it a turn
How
knob?
big is its mouth? How big is its mouth?
Barnabas
Can you-
isn't opening the door.
Yeah, no, I got it.
it's kind of like, those aircraft doors that go like this, like tuck.
No goody.
It's kind of like that, like where you would move it from the open position and like kind of push it forward.
So yeah,
These doors, like this whole place has been built like extremely like thick and solid.
so I'll lift the bar and push the door.
Alright.
With the mage hand?
Yep. Kind of stand aside, bracing for anything come blasting through the door.
Basila.
Lights go. Tick, 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 tick. From not within torches, actually, you can't really tell. From gems inlaid into the wall. Inside there seem to be what look to be 4 statues, one against each wall, of but they don't look like any statues any of you have ever seen. They're humanoid, but they seem to have like gears and such like sticking out of them here and there, and they look like they're supposed to represent armored soldiers. But they don't move or anything when you guys open the door. In the middle, there seems to be a representation of a castle. And
What?
it doesn't take a genius to recognize this as Castle Ravenloft.
Hmm.
How big is this model?
It's quite large. Let me find. Doesn't seem to say. You can kind of see from the thing that it's quite large. 12 foot.
Each of
There we
these
go.
squares
Here it
is
12
5
foot
feet.
tall model of a
12
dark castle with
foot.
tall spires.
Oh, Christ. So this is an architect's model, essentially.
Yes, it is. In fact, this, for anybody who would be familiar with it, this is definitely an architect's shop.
I mean, that checks out, right? He designed the castle. This could also. I lower my voice. You guys have been here in real life, right? You've seen this castle?
Parts of it, yes.
Maybe you could see if if it matches what you've seen. We will know if it's changed. Maybe there's something in here we could plan, take notes, draw a map while we're here.
Yeah, but nothing's going to be that easy in Barovia.
Hmm. If he was a creative of metal automatons, the kind of points, gestures with this staff, beaming light at the creatures standing guard in the corners.
Hmm.
I would like to take a closer look at that model, though. Does it look from where we're standing? Oh, we lost our DM.
No, I'm right here. Hello? Can
Oh,
you guys-
your camera's
can you-
off. Just no camera. There you go.
Yeah, there we go. Just a reminder, because you guys remembered, like you guys know, that he is the Arc Scholar from the four researchers who created the Hearts. The Arc Druid, the Arc Wizard, the Arc Sage, and the Arc Scholar.
So FVW is the Arc Scholar.
Yes.
Oh.
It's in the quest channel there.
Master and Norm, is there anything magical in there that you can sense?
Say, aside from everything else, real quickly, you guys can see that they're the very old and basically broken remains of a bed, a pretty Spartan bed. There are some couple of tools and metal scraps scattered here and there, and a couple of wooden chests next to the wall.
Varys is gonna take out of his, I guess, backpack or pocket. He has a wooden stake, and he's gonna throw it in there and see if anything happens. He's not gonna hit the castle, but he just wants to kind of throw it off this wall, the north wall. I don't know how to tag it, but kind of that northern, right in the middle of that northern wall. Just kind of throw it through the door and see if anything
Sure.
happens.
You throw it through the door, and you explode. No, okay. It just kind of plings off the wall, and like disturbing, like you guys hear ding, 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 as the iron pipe falls on the floor with a loud noise. But aside from that, the automatons don't move. Nothing happens.
Get a little bit closer, looking over Fisk. Does it look like the castle has an interior? Like if we're looking through windows or gates, does it look like it's more than just a shell?
I'm gonna peer through and see if I can.
Can you see Fisk?
Yeah, I can. I mean, my token can see the castle.
Yeah,
I'm
how
gonna-
detailed
You can
is
see
it?
the castle, but
Where-
from this distance, Fisk, you can't really. You can see that it does seem to have modeled interiors, but you can't see too much detail from where you're standing.
I just,
Varys is gonna walk up and he's going to rub the tattoo on his arm and activate Owl Eyes and make a perception check.
Certainly.
I think that gives me Does that give me an advantage? Is that what that is?
Advantage or +2? I can't remember that one. I used to have that too.
It gives me advantage on perception. All right. So
Move out of the way.
that.
We'll move out of the way so Varus can get in there.
And I would have moved up.
Varys, you see basically the same thing Fisk did. As I said, from where you guys like you can see a little bit more detail. You can see that it does seem to have some rooms modeled inside, but you can just see like the sort of the front.
I look at Honorum. Can you be invisible?
I can once a day for free. I can make somebody invisible.
Mm-hmm. Yes, we can make someone small.
Somebody just goes in there invisible and notes everything they can and gets out. That might tell us all we need to know and not have to fight anything.
Don't you?
Vasil's gonna tap your shoulder. She holds up a finger. You see her think. Mage hand the familiar in. Have it look around without any consequences.
I'm not bringing Parvis back here. We saw what happened before.
I can see through Barnabas's eyes, or no?
Can if you no, Barnabas' eyes you can't. Sorry, you can't through your own familiar.
I don't think a familiar would be unscathed anyway.
Guys, why don't I can volunteer. I feel bad, Vasilla, that I put you into that last situation.
Sounds good.
All right.
She just pats you on the shoulder, like she gesturing, like, go ahead.
Okay, well, in that case, and
Duncan.
I hand you a bunch of parchment and a quill. I says, it's going to be hard to write without being able to see, but take notes.
All right, DM, I'm going to use my feet and cast invisibility on myself, and then I'm going to carefully take a step into the room.
I'm like leaning against the wall watching this happen. Like, I'm just like,
If I fall, y'all better come after me.
Sure.
And I will attempt
before
to
you go in there, before you go in there, hold on a second. Is there a particular part of the castle that we would like Duncan to go first, just in case something bad is to happen? Hopefully it doesn't, but so we can capture information from a particular part of the castle. Like, is there a room that we can have him focus on first, like through a window?
Look at Duncan. I'm like, you know the old legends and stories. Look for places where things would be hidden. Look at what's protected.
All right, that's a good point. So, DM, I'm gonna, listening to Varys ask that question, I'm gonna think back in my Rolodex. I'm gonna tie a rope around my waist and toss it back out, and then I'm gonna, based on what I know of the castle and of the lore of Zorovia, start taking notes of what I find in the room. Anything, and I'm gonna walk carefully, making sure I don't step on anything or break anything.
And I keep the rope just tense enough so I get a feel for where he's at in the room until he gets like to the far side. Obviously,
before he goes into the room, Fisk is going to cast silence emanating from the castle. Or silence so that it goes just to the door.
DM, do you need us to do anything else before he goes in this room? Are we
It's on
good?
you.
I
I'm
don't have to
waiting
cast
until
any
he enters the
spells.
room.
I think we're covered.
Hi, Mr. Duncan. Have a few buffs. Boink, 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 boink.
Alrighty.
To be fair, above the table, if it's silence, that means I can't cast spells either.
If you're not in the silence, you still can.
So you can limit the silence to only being on the castle.
He can position it wherever he wants, as far as that goes.
Well, the
yeah.
idea is that I want to cast silence on the room so that you don't trigger some auditory thing. These things don't wake up.
Guys,
See,
as you guys see, like kinda,
Ideally,
as,
if you guys are, if you're going in there alone, you don't want to be casting spells in there anyway. You want to get the fuck out.
Honorim and Varys, as the silence spell is cast on it, you guys see this thing materialize out of the castle and close its mouth over Duncan's upper body and returns to it. All that's left where Duncan was standing is a bloody bottom part of a torso.
What?
Duncan, Duncan, you can see Honorim and Varys suddenly go extremely pale as they look at you.
I'm gonna poke my head back out. Everything all right?
What do we see?
That's got to be weird.
Kind of-
Did we eat some kind of mushrooms for dinner last night or earlier or something? What's going
Honorim and Varys, give me intelligence
beautiful.
saving throws, please.
I was gonna say, as Vasila's watching smugly, she sees this, and honor him next to her. She's patting him
You guys drank the wrong bottle of mead, man.
All right.
Intelligence saving throw?
Intelligence
got
saving
this.
throw, yes, please.
Ah, shit.
That was just no. That was just Honorim and
Oh, okay.
Varys.
Oh, whew.
17.
Good
Why did that roll a D4? Never mind, that wasn't me.
Honorim, are you expending your thingy there?
Yeah, my 1d4 or whatever it was there.
Sure. Honorim, you shake your head. It's not real. This isn't really happening. This isn't really happening. This like you try to recite an arcane formula in your head to try and focus. And manage to. Let me see. Varys, you rolled a 16. Varys, you take what as soon as that happens, you close your eyes shut and you try to focus you partially take out one of your scimitars, just a little bit out of its sheath, and slice your thumb up it, taking a single point of damage, but then you this isn't real. This isn't real. You open your eyes. Duncan is standing there looking at you quizzically and a bit worried.
You guys, I look up and down the hallway.
What do you
What?
need to do?
Okay,
I'm gonna turn around.
Oh, good.
Get out of his way.
okay.
Duncan,
If
I
you
believe
feel
you're-
sorry, go ahead.
I was just asking if you're invisible or not. Because you mentioned
Yeah,
something
that's
about-
actually true. You wouldn't have seen me. You wouldn't see me. You would just hear my voice say, "What's up?"
Go.
Oh,
'Cause
God,
yes, I'm
the
invisible.
spirit is haunting you. No. On them, Varys. So they said we're okay. It's fine.
Good.
Okay, I'm gonna start investigating the room,
Okay, Duncan.
and I'm gonna cast a bardic inspiration on myself. So
I don't believe you can do that.
I believe you can.
As
Actually.
a lore bard, you can. I think that's at level 14.
That's why. I'm sorry, Duncan.
Level 10 or level
13?
14. It's up there.
I've done it before.
Ooh,
Then I might have missed it.
yeah.
Oh no, you're right. They can't. I must have. Well, Sorry,
It's
I've
okay.
done
You're
it
the only
before.
subclass that can do it, so like you're
You
not
never
even that
did it
far off.
before. You never did it before. We're
I don't know
good.
what y'all are talking about. I'm gonna
You've never
investigate the
done it
room.
before, but it's
Who's
fine.
a bard?
There's no evidence you've ever done that. But for now, let's move forward with that. And Duncan, are you stealthing?
Yes, I am stealthing, being very careful, trying not to
Stealth check.
step on any stuff. Stealth check. Oh, jeez. Okay.
Very well done.
Ooh.
All right, Duncan, you can move freely within the room. Your speed is technically half, but at the moment it doesn't particularly matter. As you move slowly through the remains, this place is truly ancient. You have kind of gathered that the flow of time in Barovia versus even itself in the outside world is convoluted, but the age of this room just radiates off it. You can sort of tell that whoever lived here left in a bit of a hurry. Like here and there, like you see like a rusty like tool of some manner. You can't even really fathom its purpose. You are no mechanist. And the intimidating automatons, or at least they look like automatons here, certainly draw the eye and are impressive. Unlike the most other things in this temple, like they don't look particularly corrupt or anything. They just look like, they just look kind of cool almost. If you have an inclination to automata, like this is their art. Actually, I'll just put this in question. But yeah, what would you be looking forward to in particular in terms of investigation here?
So when the party found me, I don't know if I was actually searching an archaeological room. So I think given my professional history, I'm just gonna go into like work mode and start sketching like I would with any you know, magical rune I found. I'm taking sketches, I'm drawing everything, I'm making notes, trying to look for any references to other lore that I found, and I'm also keeping. You said there were 2 chests in here?
Yes, against the wall.
The
I
back
believe
wall?
it's about you have partial proficiency with every skill check, yeah? But
Yeah, I get half my proficiency with everything.
right,
So it's 2 extra points.
I'd say you technically don't have cartographer's tools like with compasses and rulers and stuff, but I would say go ahead and give me an intelligence check to see how well you can chart out the model in front of you.
It's not adding my exhaustion to that, so it's supposed to be disadvantage, right?
How many levels of exhaustion do you have?
Just 1.
Just 1? No. 2 would be disadvantage. 1
Gotcha.
is just minus
Okay.
1. So that would be an 11. Well, Duncan, I would say that, yeah, you are no cartographer by training. You try your best, but let's say that you managed to capture the fact that the general layout of the floors. You can tell how many floors there are. Let's see. Number of floors is... and I'll say you can ask me one question about the general castle design.
Does this exist in Zerovia? Like, is this purely a Barovian thing, or did it exist in Zerovia as well?
This did not exist in Zerovia. This is a castle specially built by Strahd in order to honor, in his youth, in order to honor his parents after one of his first major victories of, conquering Barovia. Before this place was known as Barovia, it had a different name, and it was divided. The Valley Kingdoms were basically divided into several small kingdoms and city-states that were constantly fighting each other and generally, like intrigue and basically Game of Throning it up.
Gotcha.
And Strahd, who was the Prince of Barovia, essentially, like came along after hearing about the Red Horde coming their way, and was like, yeah, no, you guys want, like, basically what the kingdoms try to do is, like, they hoped that each kingdom in front of them would be, both weakened by the Red Horde and weakened the Red Horde so they can step in. Strahd said no. He stepped in, conquered all the other kingdoms, uniting them as Barovia in honor of his father. And then he had his castle commissioned, Castle Ravenloft, in honor of his mother.
Gotcha. Okay. Taking down notes of all of this because I'm not being able to yell it back out. I'm gonna walk over to the chests. Can I roll? Do they anything suspicious look about them? Trapped? Anything along those lines?
One moment. One final detail that really stands out to you. Like, the entire castle seems to be made of stone. But there is something at the top of the central tower. A large ruby has been set inside, dangling from chains. It feels important to you somehow as you look at it. Let me see. Okay, you got that detail? What did you ask me again, please?
Now that I see that, I'm gonna walk back and poke my head out and just say, "What do we do with this giant ruby?" And there's 2 chests in the back.
Don't touch it for now. Don't touch anything here. Just look at the chest. Don't touch them. We'll figure out what to do from there.
All right. And I come back in, and I'm just gonna let me look at the chest. I want to look for if they look normal. Are they wood? Is there any engravings? Is it a key? Are they trapped in any way?
They look like the chest that the baby was in.
The baby?
The one with
Try
the
and fucking open one of those again.
they look a little bit different, but the general design matches.
I'm gonna come back over. Well, it looks like at least going along the north up here, there's nothing trapped. I don't know if anybody else wants to come in and take a look at this, but there's something here. Somebody left something here for a reason.
Yeah, we just don't want to put you at risk to grab it until we know. That's what you're supposed to do. You're good.
All right, I'm gonna pop back out then. Hand over my notes to Ptarmigan. That's the best I can do, guys. I don't know where we go from here.
All right. Once again, it's are the chests visible from the doorway?
The chests. Let me think, because it was. I didn't realize just how big this thing is. Technically, it would obscure the general view of the wall. I would say one chest is somewhat visible. This one. But the other one, not really.
I'm like, let me get in front of this door here. Okay. I'm just going to give it, to the one that I can see. I'm going to try and open it with the mage hand. There, actually, I'll conjure in my mage hand. I like Fisk. Grab this door handle. Pull it shut if anything starts to move. And so he'll be ready on the handle. And then I'm going to see if I can mage hand that chest open. If it's locked, I'll grab thieves' tools and fiddle with it.
As you attempt to have your hands do so. You realize that there's no. It's the same kind of thing where, like, that container didn't really have an opening for a lock, but anything. But these ones are different. They seem to have a series of depressed areas cut into a thing of several letters, and it seems that you can input letters into the runes in common for both chests.
Say that out loud. So, what word would FVW have as a key?
What was his mother's maiden name? I'm just kidding.
What's his birthday?
ABCD 1 2 3 4. No.
Try password. What's the Valachian word for password? Speak, friend, and enter.
Yeah.
So
0001.
how many numbers on the one chest?
There's all the numbers and like all the letters. Essentially, it's like a keyboard almost.
No indication of length, like a hangman.
True. Is it 3 digits or 20?
Good question.
Makes a difference.
Not immediately.
The obvious is FVW, but that seems too easy.
I'm a little narcissistic.
I guess I have a feeling I know what happens when you input a wrong answer.
Yeah. When I do this, I want everybody as far away from me as possible.
You have her trust. You have your
What would you
trust.
like to do?
So, DM, going back through what I knew about FVW, he designed the castle at the behest of Strahd, right?
That's correct.
And Strahd von, what's his last name?
Zarovich.
Zarevich. I just didn't want to mispronounce it. Zarevic or Zarevich.
Essentially, this
Do I
man
know what their
studied
relationship
Leonardo
was
da
like?
Vinci.
Say again?
Right. Oh, gotcha.
Wait, what did you just say?
He had a bit of a. It was essentially like the setting's equivalent of Leonardo da Vinci.
Oh, okay.
Or a general contractor of the highest caliber.
I look up at the ceiling. Did he paint dicks on it?
You look at the ceiling, and no, in fact, there is a very beautiful fresco of like it kind of puts you in mind of the I forget the name for it. It's something man, like the guy with the 4 arms and 4 legs. Except,
the Da Vinci.
Da Vinci.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
except each hand is touching. Except each hand is touching a different element. One's fire, one's touching water, one's touching earth, and one's touching air.
Four founders.
And I'll put it, and I'll put which one is which.
Better than dancing the Macarena in front of Honoram's tower.
Ah. Right, guys, as you were observing the room, you guys hear the Enlightened One in all of your minds. What is the situation? How goes your investigation?
I assume I don't hear that?
You do not hear that.
Okay.
But the voice is sounding very strained. It has been far longer than the agreed upon time. I'm not sure how much longer I can hold.
2 of 3. It's been 10 minutes. You can do it.
No, you guys took a short rest, remember?
Oh, yeah.
It's been an hour and 10 minutes. You can do it just a little bit longer.
Do not play. Should I perish, you will too.
So, come on, honor him. Tell me what to put in.
No, I'm the faintest. I'm not gonna guess.
Would you like to attempt an intelligence check?
Sure.
I sir. Yeah.
Why not?
Mighty. Let's see. Honorum, it definitely seems as if the, you know yourself, from being a wizard and from, being a student of one, and learning about them, you know that even the most learned wizards can sometimes forget their passwords, and also they do get off on putting, like, it's kind of expected that somebody will try to steal your notes or be, because it's a bit of a compliment, you're smart enough, you're cool enough to have your research kind of like looked into and I don't want to be stolen. So it's a bit of a teasing thing. So a lot of wizards and such like to put hints in their workspaces just to test students and the like, or to give themselves reminders. It definitely seems to you that the elements and their locations would be a hint for the passwords here. Fire, air, water, earth. Perhaps it has to do with the alignment of each of the elements. Perhaps it could be his favorite element. Perhaps it has something to do with all of them coming together in the man. What would someone like Fritz von Weirg, a genius, see as a good quality, or something that would be precious enough to him to put as a password? The fact that there are two chests kind of makes you feel like those are both possibilities.
Well. I'll spew that information to everyone within earshot.
Well, that's interesting. Do any of these elements represent intellect? Do I know of any kind of link between that stuff?
Go ahead and give me your choice between a religion or
Okay.
an arcana check. Religion, nature, or arcana.
Okay.
Parmesan, just like Honorim, you also maybe would have heard how among alchemists and magical scientists, the elements, these four basic elements, constitute the basic building blocks of the universe. Not just the universe, us as well. It seems that Fritz von Weirg was certainly attempting to create something here. And you guys recall that, that the madness of this place possibly would have gotten to him too. The way the elements are aligned really makes you feel like there's something here. Like earth to water into this chest, and fire, air and fire to this chest. But how they also all combined to make a man. How these two combine to make one part of a man, and how these two combine to make one part of a man.
I do remember that water and earth together will make flesh in the ancient lore, and fire and air together would compose breath, and flesh and breath composed life. So we need to combine water and earth, and fire and air. My guess is they're going to react to that ruby. Perhaps we cast a spell on... It's a puzzle. Combining fire and air on one side and water and earth on the other. But how do we do that?
Well, let's see. On the one side is air and fire? Is that air? Okay.
So those two have to go together. You need to activate those two to make air, to make breath. And then the water and earth would make flesh.
I know we're close, but I don't know. Darmagen's not convinced what to put in yet. He's just, he is deep in thought.
How many?
To hear it out loud, that does sound pretty like a pretty good guess to you.
Breath and flesh?
The two components that make up a man, according to alchemical traditions.
How many letters are there?
Breath and flesh.
You can put in up to 6. I'm gonna say.
To 6.
So
that
on the
doesn't
one side,
necessarily mean the password is 6 letters long. It means that
right, up
yeah.
to. All right, I'll try it. Everybody out. Everybody step back. I kind of tell everybody to get out of that room.
All right, man. Listen, just stay focused. You got this. Just be careful, and I'm going to throw a bardic at you.
Woo. All right.
Bardic hits him in the head.
It's like a big musical note. Kaponk.
You get the feeling Duncan's at like the bottom of the barrel on motivational catchphrases.
Alrighty, we all guys. So
Yes.
Tomagen, are you putting in the thing with the alleged domain?
Yes, with in the doorway, kind of like leaning in to make sure I get a good view. He's just like,
Nah.
and just on the one side, flesh, and on the side, fire. Breath.
So which one are you putting flesh and which one are you putting breath?
Breath goes with the fire and air side.
Alright.
Flesh goes the water and earth.
Thank you. Just wanted to make sure.
Yep.
When that happens, guys, as the one by one, each of the automatons like eyes light, and they begin to move, drawing their swords and turning, and then kneeling as both chests open. And we will end tonight's session of the Curse of Strahd as
Nice.
a baby's cry can be heard from inside.
Oh, boo.